What's up, guys?
Hello, welcome back.
We are here today talking about the fall special.
Yes.
Fall
Season.
Mm-hmm.
You know, pumpkin everything.
Pumpkin spice this, pumpkin spice that.
We all love some pumpkin in our lives. I'm really into like hazelnut.
Hazelnut is pretty good.
Yeah, it's like a
I'm
fall
a fan.
flavor, right? I mean, it's a year-round thing, but like,
Yeah.
I don't know, anything of like a...
Hazelnut inside some coffee.
Yeah, it's good. We actually want to drink warm coffee in this season, which is nice.
Yeah, I need to find some hazelnut drinks to make.
Yeah.
That'd be delicious.
Ooh, like an espresso martini with hazelnut.
Ooh. Yes, I can't wait to drink espresso martinis.
Yeah, you're close.
Yeah.
Coming up.
Almost.
We're almost there.
So, fall is cuffing season.
It is. Everyone starts to want somebody when fall rolls around.
For some reason. Why do you think that is?
Starts to get a little chilly. You just want someone to like cuddle with.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's such a thing though. It's like holiday season, winter, people want to hibernate.
It's true.
You want a person.
I've always noticed that most of my relationships that I've gotten into in the past are around this time of year.
Really? That's
and,
interesting.
I mean, I'm a lot more conscious of it now, so it's not happening again. But it totally makes sense because, like, I don't know, I feel like everyone's got, like, their summer bod, they're, like, tan.
You look good, you want your freedom.
And then you're like, okay, cool. I want someone to cuddle up with for Christmas and Thanksgiving and meet my family and all these other terrible things.
The things we don't want to do. Let's bring someone else in with us.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's really true. I feel like when I have been in relationships, it has been during the winter.
Mm-hmm.
And
it's not
like,
a bad time to be with someone.
No, I think there's like, even not being in a relationship, I think it's nice to have like an intentional person.
Yeah.
You know?
Agreed.
It's weird. I'm trying to like figure out what I want in that genre of my life right now.
Yeah, how's all that going for you, Kristina? How's the sex life?
How is it ever going? Like,
it's
going. Like, it's good. Like, it is good. But like, I feel like the person that I've been like consistently seeing over the last like 3 months, we don't talk about these things. So I really don't know how it's going. I mean, it's going good from like what we experience, but maybe we need to start opening up about. But that's the thing. It's like, I think we're both very present people. So it's like, why are we going to give it a title? You know?
This is the most passive aggressively proper way to get this message across if they listen.
Just talking about it with one of their best friends on a podcast. Yeah. Sure.
That's cool.
It's fine. But no, I just think that like sometimes when you want to label something, it jinxes the situation.
That's true, yeah.
Does that make sense?
As soon as you start putting labels on something, it puts it in a box, it restricts it to what it could be.
Right.
So, yeah.
Labels are weird.
Really dumb.
I think it's also outdated. So
yeah,
if you want to be in a relationship and like you both are the type of people that are like, I want that one person and like I want everyone else to know that I'm just with this person, then that works for you. That's great. But like, yeah, I don't know. It's good.
Well, it's exciting.
On a scale of 1 to 10, it's like a good 8 right now.
A good 8, okay.
Yeah, but 3 weeks from now, who knows?
Yeah, who knows?
It's very spontaneous.
Could change in an hour from now. You never know.
Yeah.
Never know.
I think just freedom is what I've learned this last year with the people I've been romantically interested in is that my freedom is like, needs to be a priority. Like,
absolutely.
I always knew that, but like, now it's dead set. Like, if that's not something that is understood right off the bat, we're not going to go back and forth. Does that make sense?
Totally agree with you on that. I think that like for myself too, I'm at a point where if I even have to compromise like 5% of who I am to be with someone, like, nah.
It's not worth it. No.
Like, I'm in my 20s, like, we have so much time, like, there's just too much shit I want to do to slow myself down for someone else.
It's like you're not looking to slow down at any point. So it's like if someone isn't fitting who you are right now, then like you're not going to stop being who you are. I think we've done that a lot for people is like compromise. And even once you just start to emotionally care for someone else, you're like, oh, well, maybe this isn't as important as I thought it was to me. So you just
but you're lost in the emotions and the drama and the
you get
drug
all like
feeling of being in love with someone.
Right. It's like brainwashing in a very discreet way.
And then you get out and you're like, what the fuck was I thinking?
Yeah, and all your friends are like, hey, that's not good for you.
Oh, yeah.
You just don't want to hear it. So.
Nope, not at all.
That's how it is. So anyway, we're avoiding cuffing season for the next few months.
At all costs.
At least.
Yeah. I noticed last year, towards the end of the year, I had someone that I was like involved with, but it was like that pretty open situation where we both were like doing our own thing, but like we had that emotional depth. But around this time last year, from I want to say August until November, I was just having a party.
Yeah.
I was just having a good old time, which is good because that was the time that I would get caught up with feelings with someone. So I intend to keep it that way, just having a party.
Just like keeping it light.
Yeah. As light as can
be.
It's
like when I see you, I see you. Like, let's not try to plan too much into what this is. Like, that's the best thing is when you can kind of like have that connection and like really like appreciate someone and like their company, but you're not like, oh, when is the next time we're gonna see each other? You know what I mean?
Making
like
plans and all that stuff
once
like
a
that.
week or every other week. That's ideal.
Yeah.
Like, it's just like, okay, like you don't have to be part of my everyday life, but like just if I see you every once in a while, it's like, it's refreshing.
Yeah.
So
just there to get each other off and go home.
Have a nice conversation or two.
Yeah.
And then you get to be by yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Definitely the way to do it, for sure.
It is.
From our perspective. Not everyone. Doesn't
That's
work for everyone.
That's where we're at right now.
Yeah.
You know, like it doesn't mean it's going to be forever, but for right now, it just seems like.
I'm sure when we both watch these episodes, like 5 years down the road, we're going to be like, what the fuck were we talking about?
I don't think we're going to be watching these. If we know how to help ourselves in the future, we
might
won't
just ignore it.
Maybe for fun, but yeah. I think it's just like, that's how we're going to get to that future place, though. You know, it's these conversations and like building who we are as a character now. That's how we're going to get to being evolved as.
Yeah. And it's like a vocal journal that we can go back and we can listen to later on. Because like so much stuff that like I've written down from previous years, I like go back and I read it and I'm like, whoa, my mind was in that spot before. So same thing.
Yeah.
With the podcast.
Ooh, I like that vocal journal.
Yeah.
I think that's why podcasts are like so big right now too. Is like people just expressing themselves so like openly, and like it gives people a platform to feel those things as well.
Absolutely.
So
yeah, it's really nice.
Go us.
Yeah.
Doing the right thing. But yeah, cuffing season. What else is part of fall season? Gray sweatpants.
Gray sweatpants.
Men in sweatpants.
Men in sweatpants.
That's the only thing that fall is good for.
Yeah. Girls in winter clothes. I really, really have a thing for girls in winter clothes. Like when I went out to Colorado a few years ago, like I was just blown away by how beautiful
like
the
Uggs.
women were out there. Not Uggs. Not Uggs. But like everyone was just like wearing pea coats and just like these really nice like winter outfits, and
long
like everyone's skin was like nice and smooth, and like hair was pin straight, and it was just like
sleek.
Wow,
you know,
everyone's attractive. But I think it has a lot to do with just like the winter look for sure.
Because we don't get that as much here, so obviously you're like, oh, that's different. Like I'm intrigued.
Yeah,
you know. Yeah, I feel like it's good. Like you definitely need a season of that. For sure, because then like once it's summertime, you're like, yes, take off all the clothes. Like, it's nice.
So what's the female's perspective on gray sweatpants? What's the verdict, Kristina?
The verdict is it's just nice to see, you know, a solid dick print in those sweatpants. Feel like okay, like especially when you see it, because like you don't always see it, but then when you do see it, you're like, oh. Doesn't have to just be gray.
Yeah, okay.
You can see it in other sweatpants. But gray sweatpants, you just see the like curvature of it.
I feel it's no different for like guys seeing girls in like yoga pants or girls being like braless or something like that.
Same
like,
thing.
You just see it.
Yeah.
And it just catches your attention. It's just like nice to see.
It's just a nice like, you know.
Yeah.
It's like a good part of your day. You're just working away at a coffee shop and all of a sudden you see this nice dick print and you're like, you know what? I appreciate that.
Oh, I'm so glad you clarified that. Yeah.
That's exactly how, I mean, I'm just speaking for me, but
I've asked a few people in the past, and like some girls are just like completely like turned off by the idea of it, but it seems like the overwhelming general consensus is that girls like guys in gray sweatpants.
It's become a very like big trend over the last few years. So I really appreciate it.
That's good. That's good.
And it's comfortable, right? Like sweatpants are nice.
Fuck when it's not like 90 degrees in Florida.
Yeah.
In December.
True. Which is like very rare, but
yeah.
I don't know. At least there's something. It's like the same thing, like you said, like girls not wearing bras, or like you just kind of get like an inside look.
Yeah, it's just it's one of those things that just like stops you in your tracks of like your robotic day, and you're just like, oh, that's right.
Oh,
there's things like that going on around me. I don't know how to explain it. It's just nice to see.
But it's also nice for that person because it's like they're not trying as hard. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I was actually talking about this like a few days ago, where it's just like, if you don't have like really big boobs, which I don't, like why are you wearing a bra? It's 2020. Like,
yeah, that's a good point.
You know what I mean? It's just like, let it out. Like, you know, like why I feel like I grew up. Actually, I was talking to my friend Kelsey about this the other day, that when we were like in 5th and 6th grade, like going through puberty and stuff, like you had to have like a padded Victoria's Secret bra. That was like prime 2005, 2006. Like, and you felt so self-conscious if you didn't have something like that. So there were these like 12, 13-year-old girls like buying this like $40 bra that they didn't need. And that was like the culture we grew up in. Yeah. And that was like what? 12. That was like 10, 15 years ago. So it's like to come to this point where it's like feeling like you're not obligated to like look that way. Mm-hmm. It's just so nice.
It definitely, like, I mean, I say this all the time, but I feel like St. Pete, of all places, too, is the most accepting of that. Mm-hmm. I remember when I first started coming up to, like, St. Pete, like, I noticed there were so many girls that were just blatantly, like, everything was out there. Mm-hmm. And, like, it wasn't a thing. Like, it was just a normal part of what was going on. And coming from a place like Venice or Sarasota, like, it's just very, like, proper and, like, everyone's doing the right thing and all the stuff like that. But then you come out to a bigger city, and like people are just way more open.
Yeah, and it's like, okay, you can wear a t-shirt and not have a bra on, and it's just like,
and all that stuff is only like a problem because we make it a problem. Like, if
it was
you
a
were
trend.
Never told back in 2005 that you had to wear like a training bra or something like that, whatever it was, you wouldn't think anything of it.
Right, but
just
because that was a trend,
yeah, teachers would be like, "Oh, you need to have a bra on" or something like that.
And it was also a thing of like being self-conscious if someone could see like what your actual boobs looked like. Like I was so scared of like someone seeing like what the size was or whatever. So everyone had. That's why I said like padded. It was like everyone needed to have this like perfectly shaped like circular like cup for boobs, and like. Wow. That was my whole life up until like maybe 4 or 5 years ago. So it's like when you grow up as a female thinking that like you have to have this like perfect size, like that's why I think girls are so self-conscious, is because like most of the people that are growing up in their 20s right now were always taught that like anything other than perfect isn't like you're not up to like society standards. And it's like really sad because like I've had to come into that confidence since like maybe 21, 22. So up until then I was always like so insecure. So
damn,
I don't know. I feel like that's something that I really want to get into, is like even body dysmorphia on like a female and male perspective, like how you deal with that. And like there's just been a lot of things over the past like even 6 months that I've become really aware of that like I shouldn't be feeling about my body. You know, I shouldn't look in the mirror and like pick apart this like part of my stomach that there's nothing even wrong with. And like there's just like things about myself that I was trained to just think from like a societal point of view. So
yeah, that is really interesting. It's always interesting to hear stuff like that coming from you too, because like, I mean, I have a lot of like female friends, but like the more and more that I hear about like how much of a difference that like actually makes in your life as a female, it's just nice to hear that perspective, because it's a perspective I don't have because I never had to live through that. Like, and then reflecting back on it though, there is a lot of stuff too, like as a guy that like, I guess we second guess ourselves with like our own bodies, especially too for some reason like the whole trend back in like middle school when every guy was like, oh, my dick's bigger than yours.
Yeah,
and it's just like your whole life you're like thinking about that, and it's like
that's interesting.
It's really stupid. And like, I mean, obviously now I'm at a place of where I'm super content, but like it's just dumb that guys are, it's just like a dick measuring competition throughout all of middle school and high school.
That's so weird.
It's like the biggest thing. It's like, my dick's bigger than yours, or he's got a bigger dick than yours. It's just stupid. Like,
yeah.
It's just dumb.
That must be also weird to deal with. Like, I mean, I've never really had to, like, compare boob sizes with anybody, which is nice. That at least females didn't have to do that. But, like, that's still, like, a very interesting, like, perspective on how you felt confident in yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You were just comparing yourself to, like, a bunch of other dicks.
Yeah, which is... when you put it that way, yeah.
It's literally what you're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But,
so anyway, sweatpants season.
Yeah, sweatpants season. Yeah, I feel like as a guy, I mean, I'm pretty expressive about who I am. Like right now, I have I've got a mask for anyone that's watching.
Oh my God,
on
this
the
is
video.
ideal.
And the mask
Perfect.
says "sit here," and it's the best mask ever. I get compliments on it all the time.
I mean, I feel like you're the sit here guy in St. Pete.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of people know you by that mask.
That's very true. So like, I've got that, but like when it comes to like wintertime, like I'm incredibly excited to wear gray sweatpants because it's just like
Let it
it's
out.
no different than a girl putting on like a push-up bra or like going braless. It's, I don't know.
Express
As a guy,
yourself.
we don't have any other way to express ourselves. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I could go shirtless, but you know,
It's just still like,
just
I
different.
mean, it's okay in certain settings, but you're not allowed to just hang out that way.
Hang
Not
out with your
allowed.
wang
But
out.
I mean, it's St. Pete, so you can really do whatever
Yeah,
you want.
Yeah, basically. Yeah. Anything.
That'd be so funny for you to have that mask on, but no shirt. Like, just sitting around like a coffee shop, like going to eat.
Yeah, just put some pasties on.
Look, Steven's very confident in his new body.
Yeah.
Leave it alone.
Yeah. Don't judge me.
Yeah, no, that'd be great.
Yeah. So what else?
What else are we talking about? We got cuffing season down.
Relationships, your sex life.
My sex life.
My sex life.
Your sex
My
life.
sex life.
How is
So,
your sex life?
Good.
It is
It's
good.
good. Yeah,
Yeah.
I took a break, got back into it with this girl that I matched with on a dating app, of course, because that's where I have the most luck.
It's where Steven's at.
Yeah, and it was good. It was,
I feel like it was a long time coming.
yeah.
This is a really great story because he... What did you do?
ghosted her on her birthday.
Asshole.
But to be fair, I like cut everything off and everyone off at the same exact time because like some stuff was going on. But I still ghosted her on her birthday. So long story short, made it up, went out to dinner, hooked up. It was a really good time. Thoroughly enjoyed myself, and yeah, it was just good. So it feels good to get back into the game because I noticed that there's two types of confidence that I have. It's either the confidence from staying disciplined to like not have sex, and then the confidence that
or
I
just
get from
discipline in your life in general. I
Yeah.
think you get a lot of like self-assurance from that.
Yeah, and then when I am having like good sex, I just carry myself in like a completely different way that I can't explain, that nothing else like gets me to. So it's nice to just have a good experience with someone and just use that to like, you know, not only fuck that person but like fuck the world at the same time, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
So.
like there's a certain type of like energy you get from that. As long as it's healthy, I think
Yes,
that's
yes.
a good thing to
Have
keep
to keep a good balance on that one.
Yeah. Which it's like something you just navigate through different experiences or whatever.
Yeah, which we spoke earlier about, like my number and how I am. And,
Yeah,
like,
he's
it's not-
surpassed me, guys.
It's
His
not bad compared to as open
body
as I am.
count's higher than mine now. For a long time, mine was higher than his.
2 compared to 1.
No. He's like 10 over me, but that's all we're getting into.
Yeah, it's okay. We'll leave it at that. But yeah,
It doesn't even, like, honestly, I feel like that's so shocking. Like, what we were even talking about earlier. Like, with how you talk about, like, how open you are, I feel like people would expect
think
you to
I'd
have,
be-
like, hundreds of
yeah,
people you've slept with, but you haven't.
yeah. If I had not been in the long relationships I had been in, I can't even imagine where I'd be at. But
Yeah.
I've also, I don't know, I go through phases of like where I really want it, and then I get too much of it, and I'm like, okay, I can calm down now. So
Yeah.
I'm pretty balanced with it, and I have a very acceptable number for who I am.
I agree.
So do you. So
I do?
you. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like that's nice.
Yeah. It's a good average number for someone who's 27.
26. Don't rush it.
Almost 27.
Almost 27. We're
Yeah.
taking it month by month here. I have a few
Yeah.
months to go. But yeah, no, I don't really worry about it.
It's good.
Because, like, I saw this thing that was like, all right, but, like, your number only counts, like, the only number that counts is, like, however many guys that made you come. So I'm like, oh.
Yeah, you're totally
I'm
fine.
under,
then.
like, 10, so.
Totally
Great.
fine.
So I was like, that's a good way to look at it. Like,
Yeah. I'm
but, you
sure
know.
a lot of people would disagree with that, but if that works
I
for
know.
you.
I kind of like that idea, though. Like, step it up, you know?
Mhm. Yeah, if you want to count, make it count.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Make it really count.
Yeah.
Whatever. Who cares?
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Anything else you're looking forward to?
Just
Romance?
romance, absolutely not. No way.
No romance?
I'm
I think you're
excited
very
because
romantic, but you
I-
just don't label it that way.
Yes. I can get really deep. I can get romantic with people, and I feel like when I fall for someone, like I'm all the way in it.
Mm-hmm.
But at this point, what's up, Shelby?
Shelby's here. Welcome.
But at this point, I'm just at a time period in my life where I don't want to open myself up like that to someone, and I get more benefit and satisfaction out of just being closed off.
Yeah.
And a lot of people are like telling me like, "Oh, that's not right. It's not right. You should open yourself up more." But nah.
I feel like mentally, if that's like where you're at, then like it doesn't really matter what other people have to say. You know what I mean?
It's just not the time for it, because if I open myself up to someone else, then I'm compromising and I'm sacrificing what I'm working on to like make someone else happy.
It's a distraction.
Yeah, huge distraction. So
yeah,
that's pretty much it.
that's good though.
Just excited for my relationship with myself. That's it.
You're dating yourself
Yeah.
right now.
Pretty much.
It's good.
So anything
I
else
like
with you?
that. Anything else with me? No.
No.
I don't know. I'm like really trying to figure everything out as usual. There's just a lot of things up
Yeah,
in
this has
the
been
air.
a whole year of figuring stuff out for you.
Dude, everything. My job changed. My work changed. I've changed people I'm seeing, like serious people I've been seeing like twice.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't really been like sleeping around this year, which is pretty
That's
good
good.
for me. I've only slept with like 2 people, so
That's good.
that's good. Probably the first time in like all of my 20s, to be honest. And yeah, I just feel like everything's changing,
Good.
which is okay because I'm learning to love
Change.
change.
Change is the only constant.
It is. It really is. But yeah, I think I'm just like, I'm so tired of trying to like figure things out.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what this year has like really taught me is like, okay, romantically, if you're just enjoying like hanging out with someone, you don't have to like have a word for it or describe it as something like what you guys are or whatever.
Yeah.
It's just like, okay, like we're just getting to know each other, you know?
That's it.
So
Yeah. Just here for a good time, enjoying the ride. Whatever comes from it comes
literally enjoying the
Yeah.
ride. That's it.
from it. Oh, you're the best, Kristina.
Yes, thank you. I feel like this was good. We're entering into a new season.
Yes.
We'll be talking more about all this pumpkin spice nonsense in the future.
Definitely the body issues and things of that nature.
Yeah,
And
that's
then
coming.
All
I
of
think
our
we need to do
guests
that.
we bring on, we're going to try to get as deep as we can with everyone. So
Yeah, I feel like body image and things like that I want to focus on for
Yeah.
sure. So
we will. But thanks for listening, guys, and
Thank
enjoy your
you.
fall season and try not to get cuffed.
don't get cuffed.